Two little things to know whether to choose dynamic topology or to use a multi-resolution modifier is the base topology. If I select this and go into edit mode, I will mask the solidify modifier. You can see that I have an even surface. The size of the faces are pretty much the same everywhere. So when I will be using the multi-resolution modifier, or even the subsurface modifier here, as we can see, you can see that every faces are subdivided and I get a very even topology. So that will be easy to sculpt on. And as we will be following the topology of the arm while sculpting the wraps, they will be very easy to deal with. We'll see that a little later on. Here, for this part, the topology is not even at all. I have very, very small faces here and very big here. So if I go onto wireframe, you can see the difference of density on those edges and those faces. And that's gonna be a pain if I need to subdivide it many times to get the right detail level to be able to sculpt scratches and stuff like this. And also the edges won't behave correctly. So I will get rid of this, add a multi-res modifier, subdivide a couple of times. And now if I go into sculpt mode and try to scrap those edges, it will be very smooth. Let me get rid of this, like that. While if I go into dynamic topology with a very high resolution here, let's try 600, I can easily get harder edges and then pinch them. And I can make impacts wherever I want. Blender will generate topology. And here I can make small creases if I want. If I go back now and add a multi-resolution modifier, subdivide twice, go into sculpt mode, and try pressing Shift-C, grabbing the crease brush to dug something here, you can see the mesh going really bad here because it lacks of resolution. So I will subdivide it once more. I'm already at more than 2 million faces and still this is big and nasty. So that's why it's not good to use the multi-resolution modifier for this kind of object, I believe, in the case of this project. In another way, for those here, if I want to sculpt this using dynamic topology, that should be fine, okay? But the problem is that I will lack of precision. We will want to get very thin and regular lines, and that will be quite complicated to deal with a nice geometry here, because as Blender will create topology on the fly, whenever I will smooth things, it will mess up a little bit. And here I want something very regular. So I will get out of it, sculpt mode, press Ctrl Z to get back to my mesh, and now add a multi-resolution modifier, Shift C, use the smooth stroke here. No, not Dyntopo, stroke, smooth stroke. Now I can easily sculpt on this. And when I will be adding some thickness to it, that will be way easier to control it. And you can see that the surface here compared to what we have done with the dynamic topology is very smooth because it's extrapolating or interpolating the current topology. So when I smooth it, it gets nice very, very fast, and then I will be able to pinch those area and get a nice result.